This is Super Mario, like one of the most iconic games ever created on this planet. Except this isn't Super Mario. This is a game I made in my own game engine in just 5 days. And I'm in a freaking library. Okay, chill out. Let me explain. Okay, so a couple of days ago, I had a dream. And in that dream, weirdly enough, Mario came up to me and was like, "Hey, Precious Taking, you should definitely make a game engine." Bro, like, why would I want to do that? I don't know, Precious Taking is me, Mario. Yeah, that seems like a valid reason. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Good morning, sleepyheads. Here's the game plan for today. First of all, we figure out what programming language we're going to use to make the whole game engine. Then we figure out if it's going to be a 2D, 3D, a physics engine, and all that shit. And then before we continue with anything, we have to drink some water. Here's the first problem of the day. I can't use my own personal computer because it is pretty shit. I don't know the exact specs, but it is 4GB RAM and I think Core i3 with no graphics cards. And it's already pretty difficult to make games on it, so I don't think you can make a full game engine. So I'm going to have to go to school and use the library's computers. After getting to the IT library in my school, I started scoping out the perfect computer to use. And then I found one that already had basic things like Visual Studio installed and C# with Visual Studio already installed, so I decided to use that one. Now, the first step in making a custom game engine is to display a window to view the game with. Because, in order to play Mario, you actually have to see Mario. And in order to create a window in C#, we basically need to reference Windows Form. And with just a few lines of code, wow, this window is looking pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Here's the next step. We have to create a way to display shapes and sprites on the screen. But in order to display shapes in a custom C# game engine, you have to be really good at programming with C# or really good at making everyone's code your property. And with a few clicks on my keyboard, oh wow, it works really well. Not even one problem. Okay, so I'm done with making the shape work in my own custom game engine, but it doesn't really look good and I don't have any more time for today, so I guess that will be a tomorrow me problem.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me.
Okay, to turn this box into a child, all we have to really do is to turn him into a bean. I'm sorry, man. It's not impersonal. It's not you, bro. It's me, bro. Bean. Now you may be wondering, but Presh, how do you turn a square boy into a fine-ass bean? Well, the first thing to do is to create a bean sprite in the Paint app and then write some smart man aka code to make the square look like a bean man. But now it's time to figure out how to make level design, and we really have to pick up the pace because I don't have that much time today. I have classes, In a game engine like Unity, to make levels you need something called a tile map. To implement this in my custom game engine, all I have to do is use a multidimensional array as a map and then indicate where blocks should be placed on each point on the array by using an alphabet G as ground tile and dots as space in the air. I know this makes me sound smart, but don't worry, I don't even know half of the shit I'm saying right now. After doing all that smart programmer shit, all we have to do is just, run it and level works right. Wrong. This is the section of the video I like to call Precious Taking making wrong decisions as usual. Because everything just started going downhill from here. I was able to display a bunch of tiles in the grid, like it was playing fine and well and good. But a couple of seconds later, I literally didn't change anything, like not even a word, not even a comma, not even a semicolon, like not even a single space in the code, but everything was broken. Damn, I'll be real with you guys, I really tried my best to fix it. I thought it was the name of the folder that was given as a directory for sprites to be read that was not correctly done and made the code not recognize where the sprites are and break. I literally tried writing the whole Sprite 2D code, then the whole game engine, but nothing was working. It's crazy, but I felt defeated. You know what? I'm going to say it in the Bible. I feel defeated. I feel like I lost. I feel like I just wasted so many hours of my life. I didn't sleep well last night because I was planning to come here very early today. And at the end of the day, this shit doesn't even work. Then, you know what? I just decided to reboot the old PC and see. In Nigeria, there's something we call oncolos, which simply means behaving like a crazy person after taking a certain amount of drugs. That is exactly what was going on with Visual Studio, because after rebooting the computer, every single thing started working fine. Now, I don't know what was the original cause of the problem, but realistically, do I want to know? No, that's it. I don't want to know. But yeah, everything started working. That's crazy, you know. After day 2, I was already like, bro, like this shit was stressing me out. I had to wake up very early in the morning just so that I can be the first to get to that computer and use it. And to me, that's a lot of dedication to making one YouTube videos. So I'm trying to hit 1,069 subscribers before the end of the year. And at the end of the year, if I can get to this, I'm going to shave my hair. Every subscriber gets me closer to being bald. Okay, it's day 3 now. To make a player move in a custom C# game engine is just like making a player move in any other game engine, like Unity. You first have to reference the input system, which keeps track of all key presses, but unlike Unity that gives you an input system pre-made, I have to make my own input system. And with a little bit of type P on the keyboard, I was able to get my own input system done. But that's not all. To make the player move in the game, we actually have to reference the input system, which further allows us to get key presses in the game and make the player move forward. You know what? Move player forward. You get? Wow, the player moves now. Mind-blowing technology, bro. Now that the player is able to move, there's clearly a fatal flaw in my game engine. And that is, there is no collision. Like, at all.
But what the hell?
But I have to end it here today because I have classes. But tomorrow, we work on collision, boys.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want.
Okay, today we work on collision. To make collision work in most game engines like Unity, Godot, or Unreal, all you need to do is add a collision box and everything works fine. But over my custom game engine, what you need to do is, you know what? I'm not even going to try and pretend like I know what I'm doing here. It's something along the lines of, hippity hoppity, your code is now my property. But now that it is properly implemented, we can just say if an object is colliding with another object, then perform an action. I'm not gonna lie, the game is looking pretty cool right now, but I feel like there's something missing. It's physics. Remember when you were in high school and your teacher would go on and on every day about how things that go up will come down, but you were too busy playing rock, paper, scissors with Danny in the back of the class? Well, it turns out you actually need that shit. Let's slow down here. I don't have time to implement physics today, so I guess I'll do it on the last day and maybe finish the Mario game.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into...
So as it is the final day, all we have to do is try and get physics working. This shouldn't be hard, right?
Now, there are 2 ways to make physics work in a custom game engine. There's the hard way and then there's the easy way. The hard way is to use a physics library like the one I used for Collision Box 2D and write some Smartman hacker code with multiple copy and pastes, which I already tried and it didn't end well for me. And then there's the easy way. The easy way is basically checking if the player is currently not colliding with any object. Basically, if it's on the air, then telling the object that if it's on the air, add a certain force with downward direction. You get what I mean? Basically, if player up, tell player fall down. Physics, baby. And yeah, after that, physics works in my custom game engine. I'm just gonna add coins to make the game look a little bit better. And yeah, I guess I'm done. This is my custom game engine with C#. It's not some world-class game engine, but I think I see potential. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably going to leave the link to the game engine in the description and all the tutorial videos I used while making the game engine in the description, so don't forget to check that out just below the like button. And I also made a game in Notepad if you're interested in more content.
You're only young once, yeah, that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine.